Nervosa. Hi.
Hello. First time ever. First time ever. We're loving every moment because sometimes on stage I say, oh, this is a dream come true, and I really mean it. I said it today because I really mean it. It's like, for me, for us, it's, we've always dreamed it, we've always worked so hard for this to happen. And now it's happening, and we just can't believe that because it's just too cool.
It's very nice to see singers that play music like thrash metal. And so the first question is just in general. When you talk about the project and how did you meet, how did you start to play thrash metal?
Okay, it's first of all, thank you for the cool words. Before Nervosa, all my bands were all female. I always felt like playing with other girls. And after I was kicked out from my previous band, we have like a melodic death metal band. I really wanted to have like an all-female thrash metal trio, and I started to look for girls, which is pretty hard because in Brazil and South America in general, there are many girls playing, but not of them are like really available. Some of them are making college, are working a lot, but we and the girls, we are just fucking crazy. We dropped everything to have the band, and that's why it's really hard to find like girls who really want to try it, you know. And then when I was almost giving up, Prika got in touch with me saying she had like a project that she an all-female metal band. She was a guitarist and she had a drummer too, and she was needing a bassist and a singer. So I was what they needed, and they were what I needed, you know. So we kind of complete each other. We sat in a bar, drank some caipirinhas, and we saw that me and Prika had the same objectives, the same ideas for a band. So we decided to join forces, and from that on, like 2011 on, we really started like working as an active band, like rehearsing, recording, and playing. That's it. That's how we were born. When I was like a teenager, and nowadays too, I used to like see Girls' School and Rock Goddess and Daru Pash, and they inspired me a lot. They were really inspirational to me. So if today I can have an all-female band inspire other girls to have all-female bands, that's what I really want, because I just want to see more girls playing. I think we need that, and that's the way I found to, I don't know, say to girls, come on, it's possible, let's do it. I want to see more of you play, you know. It's not a matter that it is different to play, like to be an all-female or all-male metal band. No, I just do that as a way to support more women in music, you know.
Which is the reason of the name Nervosa?
Nervosa. We wanted, Nervosa in Portuguese is like an angry girl, Nervosa. And we wanted a short name, a name that was really easy to memorize, an aggressive name, a female name, like angry but for girls, and a name in Portuguese because it's our like mother language, something like Sepultura.
I'm curious about the Brazilian metal scene because except some cool bands, I don't know, it's very important, very not important but huge, or it's something more in the underground.
Okay. It really depends. Brazil is a huge country, like it's a continental country, and wherever you go there, you will find a very solid local scene, you know. Metal is really strong in Brazil. Wherever you go there, you will have like a lot of very supportive fans, a lot of good bands, and people trying to do stuff. I think Brazilian metal is not even bigger than it is because we lack of opportunities, we lack of money, so it's really difficult. I usually say that South American headbangers are really metal warriors because it's really difficult. You have to kill a lion a day to make something happen there. But we have like lots of good bands and quality bands. We have, of course, the underground is really strong, but we have a lot of quality bands, and Torture Squad, Claustrophobia, Corsus, of course, Ratos Porão, Crisium. We have many bands coming from there, like from bands who have only one CD and old school bands who have like a whole discography. We have a lot of bands there, and all female metal bands too. We have a lot of girls playing in Brazil. I would say like 100 names to you, but you better check out. Go there, Brazilian metal bands. I'm sure you will not regret it.
And which is the difference between European fans and Brazilian fans?
I think headbangers are one all around the world, but the difference I think in South America is that I say South America in general, and not only Brazil, because we're kind of similar when it comes to metal. But I would say that because there in our continent, there's not many shows all the time, and for example here we don't have fests like these summer fests. We really don't. So it's rare. For example, Vader. I've never seen Vader live, and it's one of my favorite bands. So it's hard to see bands there, and when these bands get to come there, we get fucking crazy. That's the difference. We're very more raw and energetic and crazy because we're just too happy to have these bands there. And this happens with smaller bands like us, for example. When we go in São Paulo, the metal scene is a little bit colder, but when you go to the northeast of Brazil, people are just crazy because again, there's not many shows there. So that's, I think, it's the difference. But I have to admit that I'm kind of surprised with the crowd here. I was really expecting, because I hear some people saying, "Oh, in Europe they pay more attention," but dude, really, especially in France. It was like a pandemonium. It was really cool. The guys were really crazy. I don't know if you can see here, but my eye is purple here because 2 days ago we played a show in Saint-Étienne in France, and there was a crazy mosh pit and someone hit me with the microphone on my eye and the other day on my mouth. It's just crazy, and I love that. They are really acting wilder than I was expecting, which is pretty fucking awesome.
This is your, I don't want to say actual job, but the main activity in your life.
Okay.
And if not, if you think in the future it will be your only job.
I really would like that. I know we have like our regular jobs, like in Brazil. I'm an English teacher. Can you believe me? Can you picture myself teaching like kids? We do have our regular jobs, but this doesn't mean our jobs is our main activity. Our main activity is totally the band. We all have flexible jobs. I'm a private teacher, so we have a lot of time for the band. And I dedicate all my time to the band, to be honest. Like, my job is like 10%, and the band is like 90%. We take care, we don't have a manager. So we take care of everything in the band. So from press to writing songs and talking to our label and answering interviews, everything. We deal with everything. So I would say this is our main activity nowadays. Not financially maybe, but we work really hard to try to have that. In Brazil it's really hard. It's really rare actually to have a band that lives only because of their music, which is really sad. But we'll work hard for that. One day, if it happens, we'll be really thankful.
And what about after this tour in Europe? Did you plan something else, some other parts of the world?
Yeah, after this tour, we'll come back home and tour some places we haven't been before with the band, like Ecuador, but they're in South America, Central America. And for the next year, we're already writing a new album. We have some songs ready. We plan to release it on the first half of the next year. So on the next summer, we want to be back here again with a new album. And after that, we want to try some new places like Mexico, we haven't been before, and the United States, we really want to tour there, and whatever comes, we're ready.
Last question, can we talk about a little bit your first leg album that you are playing now currently? What's the story about this album?
Yeah, actually there were a lot of stories because when we started writing the songs for this album, our old drummer, our previous drummer, she left the band in the middle of the composition. So me and Rika had to finish writing just by ourselves. And then we found Pichu, who is our current drummer. We found her when the album was already ready, but she couldn't play the album because she wouldn't be able to record the album because we had like a deadline to start recording it, and she didn't know the song, so we asked a friend to record it. And during the recording, we had a lot of problems. Like we had problems with the studio. They had to close for some weeks. Brika got really sick. She had like tendinitis on her hand. She needed to put a cast on her arm, and she broke the cast to keep on playing. It was just crazy. But in the end, we were really happy with the feedback. We didn't know what to expect, what people would think of that, and the feedback was really cool. So for everyone who's watching, keep supporting metal, because you guys and the fans and the bands and the promoters and everyone involved in metal are the only responsible to keep the metal legacy alive. So